Good morning, children. Your new lesson is quadrilaterals. Already you got the idea of a quadrilaterals. Just recalling that a figure formed by joining four points in an order is called as a quadrilateral. See here, 4 points. It is one example here. Four line segments. Actually, quadra means four, lateral means lines. So, a figure bounded by four line segments is called as a quadrilateral. Now let us come to know what are the components a quadrilateral will be having. See, here I have drawn one quadrilateral. You can observe a points are present here. How many points are here, children? 4 points, isn't it? So with that points, two lines are originating. So such a points are called as vertices. Okay. There are four vertices will be there, A, B, C and D. So vertex is a point. We should know about what is vertex first. Actually it is a point where two lines meets. It not be any two lines. It may be more than two lines also. Okay. Here the point where two lines are meeting, that is called as a vertex. But we are not using vertex here. Vertices we are using. Vertices is the plural form of a vertex. Okay. Now it will be having four sides here. See here, AB is one side, BC is the one more side, CD is the third side and AD is the fourth side. Totally how many sides you got? Four sides, AB, BC, CD and DA. In the same way, when two lines meets, an angle will be formed, isn't it? So here also you are getting 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. How many angles you will be having here? There are 4 angles. Angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. So quadrilateral will be having 4 angles. So it consists of 4 vertices, 4 sides and 4 angle. All will be 4, 4, 4 here. Okay. Along with that, it is having the one more component. Let us join A and C, children. And let us join B and D. It can be joined inside the figure now. These lines that joins the opposite vertices, they are called as diagonals. There are two diagonals in a quadrilateral. Any type of quadrilateral consists of two diagonals. Okay. So now the doubt arises. What is the need of studying quadrilaterals, isn't it? So the need, just observe the things that are present around you. So the roof, the wall, the floor, whatever the things you are having around you, they are all having a rectangular shapes, isn't it, children? Your switchboard, your TV, your study table, whatever you will take, all are having a rectangular shape. So then why the quadrilateral? Because a rectangle is a special type of a quadrilateral. Okay. So for that reason we are studying quadrilaterals here. Getting? Now let us go with the properties of a quadrilateral, which are nothing but a properties of parallelogram also, because whatever you are going to learn, there are types of parallelograms. That's why you are learning the properties here. So the first property, here also angle sum property is there for quadrilateral also. The sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. In triangle, how much you will be getting? 180 degree you are getting. Here you will be getting 360 degree. Okay. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. See, if it is a parallelogram, then if you draw the diagonal, two triangles you will be getting. These two triangles will be congruent. The third, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel. See here, opposite sides, whatever you will be having. If I draw here one parallelogram, so here A, B, C, D let us consider. AB will be equal to CD, BC will be equal to AD. Okay, and they are parallel also. This will be parallel to this and this will be parallel to this. Getting? So equal and parallel. Then the next property is, in a parallelogram opposite angles are equal. So this angles, angle B will be equal to angle D, angle A will be equal to angle C. Okay, opposite angles are also equal. Then the last, the diagonals of parallelogram bisects each other. So what do you mean by bisection? If we draw two diagonals, this will be equal to this and this will be equal to this, equally dividing into two equal parts. Okay, both the diagonals will be cutted in that manner only. Now let us recall the types of quadrilateral. Already you learnt. Again just I am recalling. So the quadrilaterals are broadly classified into two bases. One is having one pair of parallel sides. In the trapezium will be there. Again a special type of trapezium you will get, that is isosceles trapezium. Then the one more is having two pair of parallel sides. In that the parallelogram is the major and the second one is kite. Two varieties you will be having here, parallelogram and kite. In parallelogram again we are having three types: rectangle, rhombus, square. Why all this comes in a parallelogram means, in all these things opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. That's why all they are special types of parallelogram. Why kite is not considered here means, because in the kite adjoining sides are equal. Okay, adjoining sides are equal, but here opposite sides are equal. That's why kite is different from these things. Okay, so a rectangle is a parallelogram, but all parallelograms are not a rectangles. In the same way, a square is a rhombus, but all the rhombus are not a squares. Like that, few specifications we will be having here. Now we will move to the exercise part. The first problem of the exercise we will discuss. So the angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. Find all the angles of a quadrilateral. Just they have given the ratio of a quadrilateral. You have to find the actual measure of the angles. Given ratio, write down. And now each angle will be, angle 1 I am considering as a 3x, angle 2 considering as a 5x, angle 3 will be 9x and angle 4 will be 13x. Okay. So already from angle sum property, sum of the four angle of a quadrilateral is equal to what? 360 degree. Now substitute the values. Angle 1 is what? 3x plus angle 2 is what? 5x. Angle 3 is what? 9x plus angle 4 is 13x. All you should add. All are like terms here. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 9, 17. 17 plus 13, 30. Okay, 30x is equal to 360. So x will be 360 by 30. Cancels. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. X value will be 12. Now only we got x value, not the angles value. Go with one by one angle. So angle 1 will what? Angle 1 is 3x. So 3 as it is, in the place of x substitute 12. 12 3 is 36. Angle 2 is what? 5x. 5 into 12, 60. 12 5 is 60. Angle 3 is 9x. 9 into 12, 108. Angle 4 is 13x. 12 3 is 36. 3. 12 1s are 12 plus 3, 156. By adding all this, you should get 360 degree. Okay. So this is the first question. Now we will move to the second question here. Show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles, then it is a rhombus. This is the given thing. What is given, you write down. Diagonals. That means diagonals bisects each other, means AO will be equal to OC and BO will be equal to OD. That is the thing. and they are bisecting each other at what? Right angles. All the angles at the center are 90 degree. That's why BOC, AOB, COD and DOA all will be equal to 90 degree. This is the given thing. Now let us prove the thing. First go with these two triangles AOD and BOC. What are equal? Just only here only check. AO will be equal to OC and OD will be equal to OB, and you can observe one angle is 90 degree here. So that is the thing you should take here. OA is equal to OC, OD is equal to OB, angle AOB is equal to BOC 90 degree. So from SSA, that is SA's rule, they will become a congruent. If they become a congruent, the corresponding sides will be equal, that is AD is equal to BC from CPCT. In the same way, let us go with the another triangle also, that is, let us go with the figure. See, they are bisecting in this way. This and this we took. Now let us take this and this one. It is ABCD. So AOD and BOC we have taken. Okay. So there also OA will be equal to OC. OB will be equal to OD. Angle AOD will be equal to BOC. So they become congruent. In the same way, these two triangles you take down. In this also OA is equal to OC, OB is equal to OD. This angle AOB will be equal to angle COD 90 degree. Even these two will become congruent. That means if they become congruent means AB will be equal to CD. Now let us go with these two triangles. This and this. We will go with these two triangles, which are that AOB and AOD. Okay. There already same type of proof you are getting. That's why I am writing similarly. You will get AB is equal to AD. In the same way, these two triangles you take down. That time you will be getting BC is equal to CD. Call them as a 1 and 2. From 1 and 2 you can observe all the sides has become equal. So if all the sides are equal means then it is a rhombus. Okay. So the remaining problems we will discuss in the next class. Thank you children.